Alex, I walked into the shop this morning and for the first time in 20 years, it didn't smell like burnt walnut or gear oil. It smelled like a Sunday morning in a Portland bistro.
Don't tell me you finally started cleaning the floors. Or did you actually buy that scented sawdust I told you was a scam?
Worse, or better, depending on how much you like caffeine. I've been running this new PLA coffee filament from eSun. They're actually baking recycled coffee grounds right into the plastic.
Wait, so you're telling me your 3D printer is basically a giant slow-motion Keurig now?
Pretty much. Except instead of a mediocre cup of joe, I get a tool organizer that smells like a dark roast. It's actually fascinating. The biomaterial gives the prints this organic, matte texture that looks way less plasticky than the standard stuff. And at 23 bucks a kilo, it's not even a luxury tax for the aroma.
I'm skeptical. Usually, when you mix trash into filament, the nozzle clogs up like a cheap sink. How's the structural integrity? Are we talking functional tool or pretty trinket?
It's surprisingly stout. I printed a bracket for my cordless drill charger, and it didn't even flinch when I slammed the battery in. It's a nice reminder that we're getting smarter about what we throw away. We're turning yesterday's breakfast into tomorrow's jig.
Speaking of printing, the rumor mill is churning. Everyone is looking at Bamboo Lab. They basically walked into the FFF market and ate everyone's lunch by making printers that, shocker, actually work out of the box. Now, the whispers are all about UV resin.
Resin, the forbidden syrup. I love the detail you get from UV printing, but man, I hate the process. It's like performing surgery in a swamp of toxic goo. You need gloves, masks, alcohol baths. It's a whole production.
But that's the point, right? If bamboo does to resin what they did to filament, they might actually make it clean?
If they can automate the wash and cure cycle, so I don't feel like I'm handling nuclear waste every time I want a high detail prototype, I'm in. I've got a stack of failed resin prints in the corner that look like melted wax figures because I got lazy with the post-processing. If they polish that workflow, it's a game changer for the high-end makers.
Let's pivot from the small-scale shop to the massive-scale job site. Did you see the news out of Arizona? McCarthy Building Companies just dropped $115 million on a training campus.
America's Workforce Academy. That's a serious chunk of change. It's not just a couple of classrooms and a whiteboard. They're building a literal village for tradespeople.
And it's not just for general labor. They're targeting data centers, which feels niche. Is there really that much work in cooling racks of servers?
Alex, that's where the gold is buried right now.
Explain it to me like I'm not wearing a hard hat.
Everyone wants AI, everyone wants the cloud, but nobody thinks about the fact that these servers run hot enough to fry an egg. You need specialized HVAC systems that are more complex than what you'd find in a hospital. You need electrical grids that can handle a small city's worth of juice. If you're a structural welder who knows how to work in a high-tech environment, you aren't just a worker, you're a specialist.
So you're saying if someone is looking to jump into the trades in 2026, they shouldn't just look at residential housing?
Exactly. Look for tech-adjacent trades. The recession-proof move isn't just knowing how to swing a hammer, it's knowing how to maintain the infrastructure that keeps the internet breathing. It's a different kind of dirt under your fingernails, but the paycheck is a lot cleaner.
Okay, let's talk about the business side. For the maker moguls listening, the people trying to turn their garage hobby into a mortgage payment, the 2026 social media landscape is a lot.
It's a minefield. I spent 3 hours last night trying to figure out a trend, and I ended up just feeling old and tired.
That's because you're trying to be everywhere. The blueprint for this year is focus. Instagram is still the king for makers, but you have to stop treating it like a photo album.
You mean people don't want to see a blurry photo of my messy workbench with the caption "coming soon"?
Surprisingly, no. They want reels that show the why and carousels that show the how. But the real secret sauce now is the AI stack. You don't need a marketing degree anymore. You just need to know which buttons to push.
I'll admit, I've started using those AI assistants for my captions. I'm a guy who communicates in grunts and wood glue. Trying to write a witty hook for a video about dovetails is agonizing.
And that's the win. Use ChatGPT or Claude for the hooks. Use Canva for the graphics. Use something like Buffer to schedule it so you aren't glued to your phone when you should be glued to your project.
It feels a bit like cheating, doesn't it?
Is using a power planer cheating because you didn't use a hand tool? No, it's efficiency. If the AI handles the letting people know you made it part, you get more time for the actual making it part. That's the 80-20 rule of the maker business.
Since it's Friday, let's talk about the small wins. The projects you can actually finish before the Sunday night dread sets in.
I'm guessing you aren't suggesting a full kitchen remodel by Monday morning.
Heavens no. I tried that once, ended up washing my dishes in the bathtub for 3 months. No, I'm talking about the high ROI stuff, like the 48-hour deck refresh.
Power washing? That's just satisfying to watch on TikTok.
It's more than that. You power wash and slap a fresh seal on a tired deck, and your house looks 5 years younger. It's the highest return on effort you can get. Or, if you're staying inside, swap your standard light switches for smart dimmers.
Isn't that a bit sparky for a beginner?
It's 3 wires and a screwdriver, Alex. Just turn the breaker off first. Seriously, I once forgot that step, and let's just say my hair didn't need a stylist for a week. But once you have those dimmers in, and you can set the mood for your shop or your living room with your voice, you feel like you're living in the future.
So, scented prints, desert data centers, AI marketing, and smart switches. That's a packed Friday.
It's a lot, but that's the craft, isn't it? It's never just one thing. It's the way all these pieces, the tools, the trade, the business, fit together like a well-cut tenon.
Any final wisdom for the road, Tiger, before I head out and try not to electrocute myself with a dimmer switch?
Just this. Don't wait for the perfect project to start. The shop doesn't care if you're a master or a misfit. It just wants you to show up. Whether you're printing with coffee or welding in the desert, the only way to fail is to leave the tools cold.
Stay curious, stay grounded.
And keep building. We'll see you Monday.